Hi, my beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you step by step how to make this hair accessory using a beginner-friendly beading technique called even count peyote stitch. My favorite things about these jewels are that they can be made in any size to fit smaller, thick locks and braids. And since they are made with Japanese glass seed beads, they are also water friendly, so you can keep them in when swimming or even washing your hair. I'll be using my kit that is available on my website. All the materials you need are included in these kits, and if you're interested in written instructions, I also have downloadable PDF patterns on my website as well. Alright, let's get started. So take around 3 to 4 feet of thread. If you have small locks, 3 feet will be plenty for a smaller jewel. So we're going to start off by threading the beading needle. Just pinch the thread and guide it through the needle hole and it should glide right through. Now take the stopper bead and thread it down to the end of the thread, leaving about a 5-inch tail. Then you're going to thread back through the bead to secure it. Now we can start building our jewel. Okay, so we're going to start off by picking up 8 orange beads, and these are going to be the foundation for our first 2 rows. And then you're going to slide them down the thread all the way to the stopper bead. So if this is your first time doing peyote stitch, getting these first 2 rows started is the most difficult part, but after we have that done, it's going to be super easy. Okay, so for this row, we're going to be picking up all orange beads, and you're going to want to skip the first bead and guide the needle through the second bead. I try my best to keep the beads close to my thumb so they can stay lined up and close together. And then you're going to pull the thread all the way through, making sure the bead you just added is laying next to the first bead. And now we're going to pick up another orange bead, skip a bead, and guide the needle through the next bead. I like to tuck the bead that I am skipping under my nail, so then I can just guide the needle right through the next bead. And then you just want to line it up and make sure it's laying right next to the bead you skipped, and it should look just like this. Now we are going to pick up another orange bead, skip a bead, and go through the next bead. Once you pull the thread all the way through, you should have something that looks like this. And now we just need one more bead for this row, so we're going to skip a bead, pick up an orange bead, and go through that very last bead, and make sure not to go through the stopper bead. After each row, make sure you pull the thread tight so that the beads stay lined up and close together. And so it should look like this, and the first 3 rows are done. Okay, for this next row, we're going to pick up an orange bead and guide the needle through the first bead sticking out. And we're going to pick up another orange bead and go through the next bead that is sticking out. And then a white bead and go through the next bead that is sticking out. And the last bead for this row is going to be orange, and we're just going to go through that last bead that is sticking out. And then just pull everything tight, and it should look like this. So this next row is going to be all orange beads, and you're just going to pick up a bead and go through all the beads that are sticking out. And once you finish the row, make sure you pull both of the threads tight. And now it should look like this. Every row we're going to be picking up 4 beads, and this next row is going to be orange, white, white, orange. You might have some beads that are really thin, and you can just move those to the side and pick the ones that are more uniform. Now your piece should look like this. For this next row, we're going to be picking up white, orange, white, white. And we're going to grab white, orange, white, white again. For this next row, it will be white, white, orange, orange. And this next row is white, orange, white, white. Now you're going to grab white, orange, white, white again for this row. And this row will be orange, white, white, orange. This next row will be all orange beads, so 4 orange beads. And the next row will be orange, orange, white, orange. And now for the next 2 rows, you're going to pick up all orange beads to finish off the foundation of the design. Now you can go ahead and slide the stopper bead off and make sure you pull both of the threads tight. So if you have extra small locks, you can actually just stop right here. The length of this piece right now should fit your locks pretty perfectly. And you can just skip to the part of the video where I show you how to weave the ends together so you can complete the jewel. And so if your locks are thicker than this, you're just going to keep beading orange rows until it can fit around your lock. I'm going to make this piece to fit medium-sized locks, so I'm going to go ahead and build some more rows. You can make this jewel whatever length you need to so that it can fit around your locks nice and snug. Just make sure the threads are ending on opposite ends so that when it's time to weave the jewel together, the beads will lay out properly. There is a size guide on my digital PDF patterns that can help you decide how long you need to make your jewel based on how thick your locks are. I did a few more rows and now it's long enough to fit around the lock that I'm going to wear it on. So now it's time to weave the ends together. So I'm just going to thread the needle on the other end of the thread so that both ends can have a needle. And now we're just going to zigzag back and forth through the beads that are sticking up on each side. And now we're going to take the thread on the other end and zigzag down. And now you can grab both of the threads and pull tight to make sure everything is nice and together. Now we're going to take both ends and weave through one more time, and for this last time I like to go back one bead to wrap it around to make sure it's really secure. You'll see in 1 second. And so I just turn around and go down, and then I'm going to go right back up through the bead next to it and continue weaving upwards. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the thread that's on the other end. Now just pull the threads one more time, make sure everything is really tight, and then we can go ahead and cut both of the threads off. Okay, so let's try this one on. I made it to fit this lock in the front. So we just gotta slide it on. If you have smaller locks, you might wanna use like a bobby pin or a beater tool to put the bead on, it'll be easier. Just pull it up. Adjust it how you want to. You can leave this in really as long as you want to. You can wash your hair, swim, all that stuff. If you want to see some more designs, I also just posted some tutorials for these pieces as well. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, peace.
Keep